I see here, Guti, you have a precious metal permit. So, in order for someone to acquire this certificate, what is it that you need to do?
So there's requirements.
Mm-hmm.
In every industry, there's compliance.
Mm-hmm.
So good jewelry in the manufacturing industry, one of the um, compliance rules I can say is what you need to have a jeweler's precious.
Yeah, how are you today? We are back with another banger, and on today's episode, I have a young, inspiring black woman. She's a 100% black owned company, and yeah, man, I have a young black woman from Takani who is the founder of Lebo M Jewellery, which is a 100% black owned jewellery company that specializes in manufacturing aesthetic, that's the word, aesthetic jewellery and watches inspired by nature. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Lebo M. So, yeah, today we are in Rand Refinery, it's a place in Germiston. So, this is Lebo M. How are you doing today? Wow, I love your hair. Love you. It's gold. Ne? Ne? Yeah, yeah. So on today's episode, we want you to show us how you manufacture jewelry. Start off from the beginning.
Yeah.
I understand. So are we fine here, or we should just take a seat in your? Okay, cool. Let's do that. Sweet. Lebza, I welcome you on Behind the Hustle. Like as you heard today, sizokhuluma nge-hustle yakho. I understand. Yeah, sizokhuluma nge-hustle yakho. But before singena ku-hustle yakho, share ngawe, like where do you come from, where did you grow up? Okay, we know you grew up in Sakani, we've did our research, and don't act surprised because there's the internet, so I can literally check everything that I want to know. Understand? So, I even know this business is 100% black owned.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah.
You understand? High
Yeah.
five to that. So 100% owned black female, young woman who's doing great things. So
Proudly South African.
proudly South African. As you can see there, the certificate of membership. So yeah. So that's when you know who's actually in business.
Yeah.
And again, thanks for the hospitality because I'm with a friend, and so she bought us water, sweets, like so hospitality, dope. Otherwise, yeah, let's go back. Yeah, take us back in time.
Okay.
So from Sakani, yeah. So I guess that's where you go up.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. From Itakane, Kule with guys. I was the only girl.
Machite. Yeah.
Yeah, it has always been like that.
Yeah.
Bola.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I went to Gelexdal for my high school.
Okay.
So it's a colored school.
Somewhere in Prospect, somewhere.
No, it's in Gelexdal. It's Tsakani.
Tsakani, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's along those lines.
Okay.
So vele ngikhule namakhaladi.
Yeah.
Yimile bekudala vele ngipapa.
Yeah.
I've always been outspoken.
Yeah.
I've always loved beautiful things. I'm very stylish.
We see.
So
Do not worry.
So I always wanted to be a fashion designer until again, I applied to 2 universities. They denied my application, and then again, then an opportunity came along. Yokuthi ngathola learnership from a Intika Skills Qualification Project, and then I came here because it's here. I came here, tried out jewelry manufacturing. I remember doing my first PCA piercing, which is like cutting metal into a certain design. And then I fell in love with jewelry. I never looked back. That was in 2014. No, I matriculated in 2014. And then 2015. ngaqala jewelry manufacturing. Yeah, and then ngafika nje nala ngoba yimi mangifika esikolweni. Yeah, so wherever nje la ngiyakhona kuba yimi.
Always leave a footprint. You make sure you leave a footprint.
Yeah. And then until I decided no, after my artisan training, because I did my level 3 jewelry manufacturing and for a year, and then ngayenza goldsmith artisan training, which is for 2 years, and then I became a goldsmith. And then I went on for a diamond training. Yeah.
So what's a goldsmith for someone who doesn't know, like myself? I don't even know what's a goldsmith. So what's a goldsmith?
Goldsmith is someone that specializes in precious metal. You hear sometimes if you metal smith, silver smith. So now I'm a goldsmith. But with precious metals, I'm there. I can do anything precious metals.
Wow, that's dope. Okay, so from 2015, you said, and where did you realize that you have this entrepreneurial side? And so where did it start? Wow, so I can do this. So yeah.
Okay, so I remember I got a job at a jewelry manufacturing company, and then it just doesn't no, you early interview, and then someone just comes by. It was someone that worked there. And you were like, oh, so what do you do? So I said, no, I'm doing my artisan training because I got the job before I went for my trade test. I think it was after my first year.
Yeah.
So and he was like, no, but why if you under that jewelry manufacturing company whilst you're gonna have your trade certificate, because you can push your own thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, and he's like, even when you get your contract, read the fine print. If you work for a jewelry manufacturing company, you won't be able push it into your on the side.
Wow.
And even if we are a pusher on the side, okay, let's say you are working for a certain company just to get maybe startup capital. After you decide you're quitting your job and focusing on your own thing, you have to spend a certain duration industry.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. And then I went through with the interview. They liked me. And then when they called, I was like, I can't sing right, man. Thank you so much. I'm good. Because I think entrepreneurial mode, switch on. It's like, thanks, I'm good. And then came, and then I artisan training, I open for my diamond training. And then 2018, no, it was 2019. 2019, I started doing watchmaking. Because now, remember, each jewelry industry is an expensive industry to get involved in.
Okay.
So, precious metal, I don't use brass, I use silver, gold, and platinum groups.
Okay.
So, metal, if you don't have startup capital, I had nothing. So, it was expensive. I couldn't just make jewelry, supplies or whatever material. And then I focused on the watchmaking with jewelry. Then I got into watchmaking. Started off watchmaking, because I can deal with everything in metal. Watches are metal. I could buff and polish. I started doing that. Started resizing watches for people. Started getting clients on my watches, get my battery insertions. Went deeper into fututi. Mabati apugile, those expensive watches. I formed a relationship with jewelry, watchmaking companies. Your Swatch SA, your Picot and Moss, Cetina DS. We've shipped a watch to Switzerland because Cetina DS is in Switzerland. So then watchmaking sustained the business from 2019 November. Even during COVID, I was making money watchmaking.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a lot of clients who watchmaking. It really helped until in 2020 when 2021 when I joined in this other there was a program, silver mentorship program that
that medal.
that medal is for that coin.
So here's the medal thingy. As you can see, when you find out the mentorship program. Okay.
And then I got access to raw material. Then 2021, I started focusing mainly on jewelry because that was my main thing. Which I want to be a jewelry manufacturing company. That is why I never changed anything on my logo. It's Lebo M Jewellery, jewelry or repairs, and then watchmaking services.
Sure.
So then that's how we got to where we are today.
Wow. So from transitioning to a fashion designer to a jewelry manufacturer, that's a big shift. That's a big shift. So let's say now you are in the jewelry making. How does one let's say me as myself, I want to maybe start a manufacturing business. Then what are the steps? Should I go your routes, or is there another route that I can take in order to shorten my journey? Or you just need to, because I see here you have a precious metal permit. So in order for someone to acquire this certificate, what is it that you need to do?
So there's requirements. In every industry, there's compliance. So jewelry in the manufacturing industry, one of the compliance rules you can say is what you need to have a jeweler's precious metals jeweler's permit. This entitles me or allows me ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngisebenze ngegold, ngikwazi ukusebenza ngesilver, ngikwazi ukusebenza ngeplatinum. Without this permit, I cannot buy those things from suppliers or refiners, because we buy from mines, which are refiners. And then so Basil, if you apply for this corner documentation, you have to have a workspace, right? You have to abide by NEMA protocols. There's a lot of things that you have to do. But I'm not sure about the shortcut, unless maybe you already have startup capital, because these payments are money to apply.
So like this certificate, how much will it cost me?
It's 5K.
5K, which is doable. Okay. So mind you, we see what you just received. You said this is a white gold, Rose gold. Okay, cool. So does this mean now you can have like your own mine, or because I know mine are nationalized, they're all nationalized, but then they are put in those. There are people who own mines, but then a certain percentage is owned by the government. So does this mean now you can go into mining?
No.
Or when you just specifically deal with metals?
I can, if same for mining, I need to have other permits and licenses.
Okay, cool. Okay then. So let's go into your aesthetic. You said it's aesthetic, right? So mind you, why nature? Why you said your jewelry is inspired by nature? Can you please explain that? On its own? Because I see you are wearing rings. Yeah, and even the pendant that you are wearing, it's a pendant, right? So it's I see like, but what's happening there?
They are free form. So with my free form jewelry, also I discovered in-house collection, right? I call it the free form.
Okay.
So they are art jewelry pieces, expressionist art jewelry pieces that are inspired by creative nature. Them being free form allows them to be open as to design and detailed interpretation as per unique perspective or aesthetical preference. So Mauzoti Uwana an animal, it's an animal. You're allowed to see that animal. If you say you see something else, it's just art.
So free form meaning you just melt it and then let it form.
Freeform means you allowed the pieces, the design to form on its own.
So you don't
allow nature creativity to take over.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much. I'm like, yo, nature, like how okay, so like just like in nature, everything was created by God.
Predict.
You cannot predict.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we see beautiful. There's trees out there. You see trees beautiful. You sometimes see the clouds aligned like maybe a piece of art or something. But that it just happens naturally. So yeah,
no, I love it. No, I love it. So let's say here, what makes your brand different or unique to other brands
within the jewelry industry?
Okay.
Our freeform makes us different in terms of interpretation, designs, and why Lebo M was created, or why am I building this empire?
Yeah, it is an empire.
I'm doing this because, remember I told you, Guti, I did my jewelry manufacturing training courtesy of a learnership program, which falls under the South African free education system. And then I realized, Guti, I leave a footprint. So I'm always talking a lot. I ask, I see, because okay, when I was doing my training, I saw there's a lot of students coming in and out, going in and out of the academy, and like they do, some of them, like most of them are very like they catch the skill, but they are very sharp. Their manufacturing skill, like by shy manufacturing. And then I start asking, okay, manje, okay, so ubani bekantswembu sekayenzani manje, ubani sekayenzani manje, ubani sekayenzani manje. Abanye you'd find ukuthi yeah, they are working. Abanye you'd find that they are not. They are working, but they are not in the jewelry industry. And then you find that they are working nomsebenzi onga like ama-qualifications wabo sekuba ngathi awubasebenzeli. Yeah, awubasebenzelanga ama-qualifications wabo, kusebenza umsebenzi womuntu ongafundanga ibe wena ufundile. You understand? And then I was like, okay, why could that be? Because sonke qualified. And then I did my research, and then I found out like plus 90% of jewelry manufacturing businesses like South Africa are foreign originated. If they are foreign originated, these people come in with their like stock already done, like from wholesalers, and then they only need, obviously if you want to open a business like that, you already have stock. There's only one space for the person behind the counter, or the person that's going to clean the floors, or the security guard. So it's limited job offers, understand? And then I was like, okay, so what can we do? Because in South Africa we have minerals, we are rich. Now we also have the skill, and the government is trying to reduce the employment rate so much. Like there is free education in South Africa. You see, jewelry manufacturing is very expensive as a course. Don't ask me how much.
But it's expensive.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, Shugutigen, for these qualificants to be absorbed by the industry, someone needs to open up the industry for them, for employment. Then I decided, okay, how about I start a business, and then I'll seek I seek to employ skilled qualificants who are beneficiaries of the South African education free education system within the jewelry industry mainly. That's my main target, the jewelry manufacturing industry. So now it means ukuthi mina so my job is to go out there, make deals, get investors, get jobs, so get orders, so that I can come and help all my brothers and sisters who are qualified and are not absorbed by the industry. They are left with imagine you go for a course for 3 years in trading, a skill. You have this valuable skill, and that is very precious. That is on demand. Kodwa, the industry, kodwa business efuna ukuqasha manje. So my job is to employ them.
Okay, very interesting point. But I hear you say you want the qualified.
Yeah.
But then what if I'm not qualified and I do have the skill? Because I remember at some time, like a long time ago, my brother used to do like a jewelry. He was hired by some white lady who was also selling jewelry. So they used to, I think, one of the string, I don't know what you call it,
chain, yeah.
So, but then they will do but they will from scratch. I understand. But I don't think he's not even qualified to do that. But then if he had maybe obtained that skill, he would have been somewhere by now. But what if for in case I'm not qualified? But then don't you think it's best to offer a skill rather than calling a qualified person to, maybe it's my opinion, I understand, because sometimes I think like these qualified people think they are way above, they know too much. But then why don't you just call someone and say, Doc, here I do have a company and I'd like to offer you the skills so that you can be employed in my company, or just offer the skills. Because these days we have a lot of qualified people, but then they are just hanging their certificates on the wall, but with no job. And so don't you think it's best maybe to give someone a skill, or do you necessarily need someone who is qualified?
I necessarily need someone who's qualified. There are academies that offer lesson skill for free learnership program. You understand? That problem is already solved. What if someone needs a skill? It's solved. And then because there are training facilities, right? Just like the one that I trained at and others. And then the main problem that is there that we are facing as a country is the unemployment for the qualified ones. Understand? Being qualified is a must. Unfortunately, when it comes to food, is not an unfortunate thing, it's a great thing. You need to go get that skill, get that paper that says yes, I'm skilled. If should someone come at the example that you're making, that person, they can do the job, they don't have the paper. There's like 95% chances of I can underpay them, or that whatever business that they were hired at underpays them because they don't have that qualification. So that person, if they want to like get the right paying job for their work or their skill that they have, they need to get qualified. So we as a school, we apply, you go to those training facilities, you apply, you train there. If you really have the skill, and then you get that document, then you come home. Yeah, because now we can't be all focusing on one problem. Yes, a lot of people have they have qualifications, they don't have jobs, so that's what we need to face, manage and fix, because that's what we're currently facing. People need to get a skill, though there's other entities that do that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. And you mentioned something very interesting, but then that was previous before you mentioned the point right now. But then, okay, let's say now, Lebo, we see Lebo, she's running her own thing. But Manje, what if, okay, I don't know how should I, okay, before, how many employees do you have currently?
I have one full-time employee, and then all Lababanya are subcontractors.
Okay.
Until the business is, because it's still growing, right? It's like on the 27th this month, we're turning 3. And it's going to be our second year focusing mainly on jewelry. So we are then we use a lot of subcontractors who are qualified in the jewelry industries. Yeah, free education beneficiaries.
Okay.
So yeah.
So are you in a space whereby you're gonna, let's say, get a school, let's say a certain school to to do, because you said the free education is soft. So are you looking into that and going to, let's say, offer learnerships under your company rather than using someone else's uh, resources and all that? Are you looking in that space whereby you're gonna go into getting those learnerships, like you said, because now you started from a learnership, right? So is that something that you wanna look into in the future, or it's something that you're currently looking at right now?
Not learnerships, but internships.
Internships. Okay.
Yeah, internships. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely internships.
Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, what inspires you? What motivates you to come here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what motivates me when I wake up. What motivates me? Thinking about the things that I have to do. Because I'm always thinking. I am always thinking.
You're always
Mina, I can sleep.
What time do you sleep? What time do you wake up? What time on a daily basis? Don't do it for the camera with me now. But what time do you sleep? And what time do you wake up?
It depends. How much work do I have to do? The time I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Waking up, I don't wake up when I'm tired. Like have you ever had this feeling like you wanna wake up and then you feel like something is pressing, it's weighing you down? I don't wake up.
You don't wake up.
I just sleep. Normal time. I don't have iskhathi straight, man. My schedule is
okay.
Yeah.
So does that come with because I remember this the last time we spoke, I think it was around 11, and you said you were on your way
to the
work.
office.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, damn. So really, you have the freedom of your time. Understand? Being a CEO allows you to do that. Né? Having the freedom of your time, doing whatever you want to do at your own time.
And also not being able to do what we have to do at your own time. It also comes with being a CEO. Because right, Akiri, general issues depends on what do I have to get done.
Okay.
So sometimes I don't even have time to myself. Like sometimes I don't have time. Like I'd walk in here at the workshop and they'd be like, Lebo, I was like, not today. Sometimes I come into the office and not today. That means you don't even say hello, Lebo.
I get that. Okay. Those are the hectic days.
Yeah, those are the hectic days. Sometimes you just think a lot and you have to figure a lot out. And can't deal. And sometimes it's just nice.